Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Solskjaer sacking will happen, but not yet. As things stand at the moment, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is safe. And Solskjaer's expected to remain Manchester United manager after the international break. Reports said yesterday that Solskjaer is waiting to be sacked after leaving Manchester. On Monday, Solskjaer flew back home to Norway with his family. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under serious pressure following back-to-back home defeats to Manchester City and Liverpool. And Manchester United have only won one of their last 6 Premier League games. And Manchester United are currently sitting 6th in the Premier League at the moment. Fabrizio Romano the other day gave us an update on Solskjaer's situation. Romano said that the Manchester United board have held no talks with other managers and still support Solskjaer. Obviously Solskjaer is losing the players and he's losing the fans' support. Solskjaer should have been sacked after the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. If we'd have sacked him after the game against Liverpool, I can assure that Manchester United would have got Antonio Conte. And it actually said after the Liverpool defeat that Solskjaer had been given 3 games to save his job. Only won one of them 3 games, obviously beat Tottenham 3-0, drew 2-2 against Atalanta. Ronaldo saved Solskjaer in that game. If it weren't for Ronaldo, then Manchester United would have lost that game, and we recently lost 2-0 to Man City. After the defeat to Man City, Solskjaer did admit that Man United were outclassed by Man City, and he said that the Manchester City defeat was a big step backwards. You know, when Manchester United sack Solskjaer, they'll have to pay Solskjaer $7.5 million because in the summer, Solskjaer signed a new 3-year contract, and Manchester United certainly made a mistake giving Solskjaer that contract. And a lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. If Solskjaer really cared about the club, he would resign. But obviously he's not going to resign, because obviously he doesn't get paid out if he resigns, and plus after the defeat to Liverpool, Solskjaer refused to resign. Now, there's been a lot of rumours coming out regarding Brendan Rodgers. Now apparently Brendan Rodgers is close to being appointed by Manchester United. The Manchester Evening News have said that Manchester United are ready to trigger Brendan Rodgers' contract clause if Solskjaer gets sacked. Rodgers is the favourite to replace Solskjaer. Not so long ago, it said Brendan Rodgers verbally agreed to take over as the new Manchester United manager. You know, would you take Brendan Rodgers at Manchester United? Would Brendan Rodgers get the best out of these players? Would he get Manchester United back to that level where they should be at? You know, would Brendan Rodgers be capable of winning trophies? You've got to admire what Rodgers has done at Leicester. At Leicester, he's won the Community Shield and the FA Cup. He's been in charge of Leicester for almost 3 years, and he's got a contract with them until 2025. Managed quite a lot of clubs though, hasn't he? Before he's managed Celtic. He enjoyed a few years at Celtic. He won quite a few trophies with Celtic before he's managed Liverpool. Didn't win anything at Liverpool, but he did enjoy one good season at Liverpool. Liverpool came really close to winning the league under Brendan Rodgers. Rodgers has managed Swansea before, he did well with them. Managed Watford a long time ago, managed Reading, and at one point he managed Chelsea's youth. There's been a lot of other managers on Manchester United's agenda, not only Brendan Rodgers, obviously Zinedine Zidane's been spoken about. But I think he's now out of the equation because Zidane is not interested in coming to Manchester United. There again though, it said the other week that Man United held talks with Zidane, and reports from Spain did say that Zidane rejected the Newcastle job as he's waiting for the Manchester United or France job. But Zidane is currently enjoying life away from football management. Ralph Ragnick, he's been spoken about as well. Romano recently gave us an update on Ralph Ragnick. And he said Manchester United turned down Ragnick. There has been rumours though saying that Ralph Ragnick could come in as the interim manager until the end of the season. Erik ten Hag, he's been spoken about a lot. I think there's a lot of United fans that would like to see him come in. You've got to admire what Erik ten Hag has done at Ajax. He's won quite a few trophies with them. He's been Ajax manager for 4 years. But Erik ten Hag is apparently reluctant to leave Ajax. Mauricio Pochettino, he's still being spoken about as well. But revert back to Solskjaer. I think he's had long enough at Manchester United. Solskjaer's been in charge of Manchester United for almost 3 years. And the reason Solskjaer's lasted as long as he has done is because he's a legend of the club. Disregarded him being a legend of the club, I can assure he would have been sacked by now. But obviously we all adore Solskjaer with him being a legend of the club. Reflecting how long Solskjaer's been Manchester United manager, he has gained some managerial experience and he's learnt quite a bit on the job, but there's still plenty of things Solskjaer's got to learn because he's still a young coach. Reflecting on our poor performances, not all of the blame stems from Solskjaer, like I've mentioned before. He's accountable for certain things because obviously Solskjaer's tactics and team selections have been questioned, but on the other side of things, there's players that have to take responsibility for those poor performances. This season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. Solskjaer has not yet won a trophy as Manchester United manager. We haven't won anything since 2017, and Solskjaer's not capable of winning trophies as Man United manager because the expectations are just far too high for Solskjaer to exceed as Man United manager, and Solskjaer is in a position that he shouldn't be in. I hate to say that regarding Solskjaer, but I'm just being realistic. But I just think the club at the moment, from top to bottom, is in a predicament. And to get ourselves out of this predicament, we need a change of manager like I've already mentioned. I also would like to see structural changes at the club. Solskjaer ran out of excuses a long time ago. Manchester United should be doing much better than they are because we've got a very good squad. You know, the board backed Solskjaer in the summer transfer window. You know, they're still backing him now. Manchester United enjoyed a very good summer transfer window. You know, made 4 signings. Brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Villa. Brought Sancho in from Dortmund. Brought Varane in from Real Madrid. And we re-signed Ronaldo after 12 years. And Man United spent £141 million in the summer transfer window. And Solskjaer's enjoyed like 5 transfer windows as permanent Man United manager. So there you go. Solskjaer got appointed in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. The reason Solskjaer got the job on a permanent basis was reflecting how well he did as the interim manager. Solskjaer knew when he'd taken over at Manchester United it was going to be a massive job. Not only a massive job, a difficult job as well. Despite him knowing the club through thick and thin. You know, Solskjaer is managing one of the biggest clubs in the world. And you know what? I expected Solskjaer to do far worse than he has done. So in that aspect, I am shocked. You know, since Solskjaer's come in, you know, in certain aspects, to his credit, he has brought consistency back. You know, we have enjoyed good periods under Ollie. I like the way he's developed the youth as well since he's come in. I think he has made good signings as Manchester United manager. So far, Solskjaer has signed 14 players, and Manchester United have spent over £400 million under Solskjaer. Solskjaer's also got rid of a lot of players since he's come in. You know, he's loaned players out. He's got rid of a lot of players permanently. Some progress has been made under Solskjaer as well. Because obviously Solskjaer's got us to semi-finals. He got us to the FA Cup quarter-final last season. Last season he got us to the Europa League final, and that was his first major final as Man United manager. Unfortunately, though, we lost the final to Villarreal at 11-10 on penalties, so that was very disappointing from a Man United perspective. So there you go, and last season Ollie got us a second place finish, and in his first full season he got us a third place finish. Like I said a while ago, what Solskjaer produced in his first full season and his second full season, he was looking to build on that this season. You know, when Solskjaer does get sacked, he will be the 4th permanent manager to be sacked since Ferguson, because Man United have already sacked 3 managers since Ferguson. Sacked David Moyes, sacked Louis van Gaal and sacked Jose Mourinho. But one of the biggest problems at Manchester United is that our players don't play as a team. They're a team of individuals, like a lot of pundits have said. You've got the likes of City, Liverpool and Chelsea and that all play as a team. That's why they're in a much better position than Manchester United. You know, if Manchester United played as a team, then we'd be up there with the likes of City, Liverpool and Chelsea. Now, earlier on today, I gave you the news on Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba may never play for Manchester United again. Pogba could miss the rest of 2021 because on Monday, Pogba suffered a thigh injury in France training. And Manchester United are prepared to sell Paul Pogba in the January transfer window. Well, it's better to offload Pogba in January and cash in for him rather than let him go on a free transfer next summer. Even if Pogba was fit, he wouldn't have been able to play in the game against Watford after this break anyway, because Pogba has got one game to serve in the league out of the 3-match ban he got. Pogba got sent off for a two-footed challenge on Naby Keita in the 5-0 defeat to Liverpool. Pogba played in the 2-2 draw against Atalanta, and he was very, very poor. And reflecting on his poor performance, he got heavily criticised. But I thought Pogba enjoyed a very good start to the Premier League season. So far in the league this season, he's got 7 assists. He produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season, he was out with a thigh injury for a while, and he sustained a couple of ankle injuries at Manchester United. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Before the start of this season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract offer. Pogba's had a long-running transfer saga. He's been relentlessly linked with Real Madrid. His former club Juventus have been in for him. Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Man United. PSG have been in for him. Barcelona have been in for him. He said earlier on this season he was offered to Barcelona, and Inter Milan have been in for him before. Pogba's agent, Mino Raiola, though, has been working hard now for a long time to get his client a move away from Manchester United. Pogba's our most expensive signing. We paid 89 million for him. This season is Pogba's 6th season at the club since he re-signed, and Pogba's won 3 trophies at Man United so far. We had him when he was a lot younger under the Ferguson era, but we had to let him go due to limited appearances. So there is quite a few players that don't even get in Manchester United's team. Obviously, Telles doesn't really get in the team. Telles will only play when Luke Shaw's not available. Telles has done well though in some of the games he has been involved in. Obviously, he had to come on to replace Luke Shaw in the 2-0 defeat to Man City because Luke Shaw came off injured. Telles could have conceded a penalty against Man City, but it was the correct decision not to give a penalty because Telles just got the ball. The reason we brought Telles in though was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. We got Telles for 15.4 million from Porto last year, didn't we? Telles was out with injury earlier on this season. Eric Bailly, he's another one that doesn't really get in the team. Bailly will only get his chances when obviously Solskjaer plays 5 at the back, and obviously we've got 1 or 2 centre halves out. But the reason Bailly lost his place in the team a while ago is because of the signing of Raphael Varane in the summer transfer window, and for some reason Solskjaer seems to prefer Lindelof. Bailly's far superior to Lindelof. Bailly's made 3 appearances so far this season. He did recently play in the 2-0 defeat to Man City, and I thought Bailly was horrendous in that game, like I said on the match reaction. Obviously, City's first goal came from an own goal by Eric Bailly. But it wasn't only the own goal, his all-round performance was just very, very poor. And I was shocked in that aspect because Bailly played very, very well in the 2-2 draw against Atalanta. He made some good blocks and some good interventions. He also played well against West Ham in the Cup earlier on this season. My only element of concern about Eric Bailly is injury prone, so in that aspect he's a liability. Towards the end of last season he signed a new contract with Man United till 2024. There's an option of a further year. We got Bailly from Villarreal back in 2016 for 30 million. He's been at Manchester United now for 5.5 years. Diego Dalot, he's another one that doesn't really get in the team. Dalot will only play when Wan-Bissaka is not available. Obviously Dalot is our backup right back to Wan-Bissaka. Dalot had a loan spell with AC Milan last season, and reflecting on that, again some experience. Manchester United got Dalot around 3 years ago from Porto. Man United paid around £19 million for him. Dean Henderson is another one that doesn't get in goal now, because obviously De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only been in goal for one game so far this season. That was West Ham in the Cup. 1 point though, Henderson was out with COVID for a while, wasn't he? I think Henderson wants a loan move away from Man United next year. But Henderson's got that experience behind him, because don't forget he endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield, and he's had other loan spells before. And before the start of last season, Henderson signed a 6-year contract with Man United, so reflecting on that, he committed his future to the club. Heaton, he's another one that doesn't get in goal. Obviously we brought Heaton in as a backup. To Tom Heaton's credit though, I thought he did very, very well in pre-season before the start of the Premier League season. Obviously Man United got Heaton on a free transfer from Aston Villa, and I think he did sign a 2-year contract with an option of a further year. Jones is another one that doesn't get in the team. I think Jones will go next year. At one point though, Jones was out with a knee injury for a while. Jones has been an on-serving player at Man United. This season is his 11th season. He's the only outfield player that's still with us from the Ferguson era. Van der Beek, he's another one that doesn't really get game time, and I think Van der Beek will be leaving in January. I haven't had much of a perception on Van der Beek with his lack of game time. Solskjaer should be starting Van der Beek, especially in the Premier League. Mata, he's another one that doesn't get in the team. I think he's going next year. Martial, he's another one that doesn't get in the team. I think he's going next year. Amad Diallo, he's another one as well that doesn't really get in the team. He's made a couple of first team appearances, hasn't he? And at that point I did say that Amad Diallo looks a good asset for the first team squad. We got Amad Diallo in a deal worth £37 million. With add-ons included, we got him from Atalanta. So there you go. So anyway guys, that's everything to update for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon. Thanks for watching. And my channel name is Red Devil 24.